you know about the month of November? What you know about rebirth, death, destruction? What you know about passion, energy, aggression? What you know about power, control, intensity? Well, what do you know? Won't you come find out in this episode of Planetary Power, where each month we explore the meaning of the planets. Wouldn't you like to know? Hello, my friends. And if you didn't know, there is one thing that is creepier than a peeping Tom, and that is the Creepily Accurate Astrology Podcast. Welcome, everyone. This is your favorite astrologer and your host, Crystal Jackson. And on this podcast, we talk about how astrology can be used as a tool of empowerment. It helps you to understand yourself. It helps you to understand the people around you. And by that, it helps to raise your vibrations. And of course, that is what we are all about. So come on in and join us for some self-empowering astrological knowledge. Namaste. Hello and welcome to Planetary Power, where each month we explore one or two planets whose energy aligns with the season's theme. I am your host, Crystal, and this month, guys, we are diving deep into the transformative forces of Pluto and Mars, two planets that embody power, action, and change. In November, as the days grow shorter, it is the perfect time to reflect on inner strength and transformation. So guys, let's explore the impact of these powerful planets on our lives. Y'all ready? I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go. All right, guys. This is the planetary introduction and theme of the month. So again, this is about November. So for November, guys, we are diving into two planets that drive intense personal evolution. And that would be Pluto, the planet of transformation and rebirth, and Mars, the planet of action and assertiveness. When we bring these energies together, we are talking about deep inner power and the courage to change. Think of Pluto as the force that kind of helps us shed our old layers, and Mars as the energy that pushes us forward. All right, now, Pluto encourages us to confront our shadows and face what lies beneath the surface, while Mars fires us up to pursue our passion with relentless determination. And together, they create a unique blend of intensity and movement. And this helps us to shed what no longer serves us and move confidently into our new empowering direction. And why would we be saying Pluto and Mars? Because these are the rulers of Scorpio. All right. Now, some astrologers consider Mars over Scorpio. Some consider Pluto over Scorpio. And some consider both. Why? Because before Pluto was ever discovered, Mars ruled over Scorpio. Now, once Pluto was discovered, it seemed best fit with Scorpio. So, whatever you choose, either way, these are the two planets associated with Scorpio. As astrologer, what I do both. So now that we have introduced the planets, now we can move on to the planet profile and its impact. Thank you. Pluto and Mars said thank you for the introduction to clap. All right. So let's take a closer look at these planets and what they represent. Now, see, Pluto is all about the subconscious, power, and transformation. And when we're looking at Pluto in the birth chart, we're seeing where an individual might experience profound growth or where they might feel pulled towards deep transformative change over time. Pluto's energy, see, this isn't subtle. It brings intense situations to life, forcing us to evolve and let go of things. On the other hand, Mars represents drive, ambition, and personal strength. It shows us like how a person takes action, and stands up for themselves. It shows how they pursue what they desire. Mars is like our inner fire. It guides us to our go after, our energy, our force. It guides us to go after our goals and take risks. So when we talk about power and control and authority, this is where we talk about Pluto. See, Pluto is power, control, authority. This is destruction. Like, I know it sounds horrible, but it's really not. It's destruction before rebirth. It's like in order to get to the light, you have to go through the dark. And where Pluto is, it's going to happen. It's going to be transformative. It's where you're going to be, it's intense energy. Pluto don't come to play with nobody. Pluto comes to get down to business. Mars is your sexual energy, your sexual drive as well. It's wherever Mars is, that is where the action is. That is where you put a lot of your energy and focus at. This is where this shows us how you deal with your motivation. It shows us the type of motivation you have. It shows us what drives you, what motivates you. It shows us your sexual desire, how your passion. These two planets shows a lot about you. Probably the parts that you don't really care to tell the whole world, Pluto can be private. Pluto is out with the old and in with the new. We're going to get rid of this old behaviors, and it's going to be a bit destructive. But the new you that's coming, it's going to be worth it. It's going to feel like it's worth it. So that's pretty much the planet, the profile, and the impact. Of course, we have so much more. But I could spend all day talking about Pluto and Mars. But I won't, because I don't know, I just won't. You know how that go. No, I'm joking. We're going to move down to the monthly spotlight sign in the houses, okay? The monthly spotlight signs and houses. Dun, 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 dun. So what y'all think we're going to talk about today? You guessed it. We're going to talk about Pluto and Scorpio and the 8th house, as well as Mars and Aries in the 1st house. So if you have Pluto and Scorpio in the 8th house, you likely possess a strong resilience and may be drawn to uncover life's mysteries or truths. Okay? Now, this placement often brings themes of rebirth and a fascination with the hidden side of life. Sometimes attracting intense or transformative relationships. And for Mars being in Aries or the 1st house, it creates an energy of action and courage, my friends. So individuals with this placement, they often feel driven to lead and take charge, sometimes even acting on impulse to achieve what they want. Mars in these placements can manifest as a fierce determination to assert oneself and go after goals with relentless energy. And since we're talking about November, let's touch on any transits involving Mars and Pluto. Right now, Mars might be aligning with some powerful aspects, stirring the motivation to clear away what's not serving us and taking bold steps forward. And as you know, from the first weeks, from the astrological autopsy, Mars is in Leo, and Pluto is on its way to Aquarius. I'm not sure if we did that yet. I don't think it's there yet. I'd have to check my transits, but I know there's 2 things that's going on this month. And honey, when I tell you, honey friend, Mars in Leo is very courageous, very outgoing, very energetic, in your face, charming, dynamic. And sometimes, remember, this energy can manifest as something completely different, something treacherous, depending on the aspects to it, especially if it has a Jupiter aspect to it. You don't know what you're going to get from this Mars in Leo, or Pluto in Leo, for that matter. Pluto in Aquarius. If you ask me, that is really, really hitting that theme, the age of the Aquarius. You hear me? This is about, okay, so when we talk about Aquarius, we are talking about humanitarian. We're talking about the water bearer. We're talking about the sign that pours into the humanity, the collective, let's say. The sign that pours into the collective. Eccentric and innovative, different. It's all about the humanitarian and collective, right? So when you have Pluto there, Pluto is coming in, it's destroying anything that no longer aligns with the collective. It's destroying it out with the old and with the new. And the way I see it, this is just me, it's going to be a whole new different world, possibly a new world order going on here. So whatever it is, it's not going to be the same again. That's the way I see it, because Pluto's also about power and control. You know what I mean? And if we're giving power and control to the collective humanitarian, that's everybody around the world. I feel like consciousness, waking up, thinking for themselves, personal power, might be a theme here. Is it good? Is it bad? Who knows? We'll have to see. Continue on your mission to raise your vibrations, and then, won't be such of a concern. That's the way I see it. All right. Let's get it. Tell them, baby girl. So, let's not forget about Scorpio, though. Got to talk about Scorpio. Now, Scorpio is intense. Scorpio is that energy where if you come across a Scorpio, they're very mysterious looking, or mysterious, their aura. They either are going to attract you to them, or they're going to scare the fuck out of you. Like, I ain't dealing with that person, just too intense for me. Scorpios are private. Scorpios do have a need for power and control. So a lot of times either they have it or they have to come into it. Scorpios are not with the all telling their business. I'm going to tell you that right now. They are very private. You can tell them all your secrets, and they're going to hold them because they have this loyalty to them. But we talk about them telling you about them. No ma'am, no sir. Scorpio also rules the genital area, the genital organs. So that's what a lot of people say, oh, Scorpio is sex is Scorpio. It is, but it's so much more deeper than a physical attraction or a physical need. Scorpios are very deep, intense, and the closest you can get to a person without jumping inside their body is connecting with them on a sexual level. So Scorpio feels like, okay, when they connect with you on a sexual level, they get to know who you are. They're very deep and intense like that. They're also transformation. They're ruled by Pluto and Aries. So they have both of the energies into them. Like Scorpio is that energy where, Pluto is that energy where it's about transformation. And again, Mars is that energy where it's direct and forceful. So, you get a Scorpio, hey, look, that's on you. No, I'm just kidding. I love y'all Scorpios. It's not a bad thing. All right, so guys, we are going to move to the next segment. We're going to look at some real life resonance. Okay, let's go. Oh yeah, guys, I guess I should have added the reason why we picked 8th house in the first house, because in the natal chart, Scorpio rules the 8th house, Aries rules the first house, and Pluto and Mars rule over Scorpio, and Mars is over Aries. So I just thought I'd get that out the way for those who probably didn't know why I picked those two houses. Okay, so now we're moving on to the real life resonance. We're going to take a real life example who has a strong Pluto and Mars placement in their chart. And we're also going to look at someone who is a real life Scorpio. For real. All right, guys. So this person right here is a public figure known for resilience, reinvention, someone who has a powerful Pluto and Mars placement, and it's a woman. I wonder if you guys can guess it. I wonder if y'all could guess it. Let's see. Did you guess it? All right, if you guessed Oprah Winfrey, then you are correct. Oprah Winfrey has a Mars Pluto working dynamically in her chart. Okay. Now, with her deep influences in the media, she does embody transformation and empowerment. Whether we agree, whether all that stuff we heard in the news, I know, in the media, I get it. It still doesn't change the fact that she has did some transformation and has swept some empowerment over the nation, especially through her ability to speak on tough topics. She did push for change and inspire others to find their strength. And it's another public figure. And let me tell you about this person right here. Okay, so for me with astrology, and I think a lot of astrologers can agree, once you really get into it, everybody you see that you come across, that you talk to, that you listen to, you're always trying to figure out what their sign is. What's their rising sign? What their sign is? I wonder if they have a certain personality. You like, I bet you got a lot of such and such in their chart. I know, I'd be on it. So, like at the very beginning of me studying astrology, when I was really getting deep into the signs, it was this Scorpio energy that I was kind of like, okay, what are they saying? The intensity, the digging deep, the truth. They dig deep for the truth. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay, so I'm trying to get it. So it was this one public figure that I was watching, and when I tell you, at first I could not stand her. I don't know what it is, and it's very hard for me not to. So now I had to ask myself, what is about her that you cannot stand? And lo and behold, what did I find out? I found out that it was not that I could not stand her. I actually admire her and like her, and her qualities are like mine. And they say if you don't like somebody, try to figure it out. And I don't know if it was a quality about myself that I didn't like, but I know a lot of other people might question that because I dig deep for the truth. I have balanced it out so much though. But if I know that you bullshitting me, I will take you there. Like, nope, that's not how it went. People used to couldn't stand about me. No, remember, this is what you said, and this is how you did it. And da-da-da-da-da. My kids know. No, that's not how we're going. If you don't tell me the story, I've already got it made up in my head. I can tell you exactly what you did. I go, no, but this is what you did now. Da-da-da-da-da-da. So this person is like that, but she's really intense, and she will not let you breathe. And I guess that bothered me. Maybe I was like them, didn't understand it, like, she don't let a person finish. No. I'd be like, well, just let him talk, damn. But she's usually 98% on point. So one day I was watching her, and then it hit me. I said, I bet you she's a fucking Scorpio. That's what they're talking about right there. Because every episode I watch, she gets down to business. She knows to talk. I mean, she hell. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna get one over on her. And see, I have Pluto in my house of communications. You know what I mean? It's in Libra. So I also learned how to balance it out. Even though Pluto is detriment in Libra, it did take some time. But I'm there, It's about being aware and figuring out and getting it together. So anyways, this person I'm talking about, if anybody guessed it, please tell me if you did. It is Judge Judy. I said, I bet you. And sure enough, I went and looked her up and she was a fucking Scorpio. I said, that's what they're talking about. And it helped out because then I got to understand what they meant about the truth seeking and blah, blah, blah. They say Scorpios are truth seekers. I said, okay, I get it now. You know what I mean? If a Scorpio think you're trying to get one over on them, baby, okay? Not for long. They ain't gonna play with you for long. But those are the two that I decided to use as an example. And I want to hear from y'all too. Do y'all have Pluto in a strong house or sign or fiery Mars placement? And if so, like, how's it showing up in your life? Does it show up as a force for transformation or drive? Tell me. I want to know, please. I want to know. Raise my hand. No, leave it in the comments or something. And if you're listening to this on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. And if you don't want to subscribe, I'll be sad. But at least like it. Especially if you're listening to it. Because friends don't let friends not like their stuff. Okay, so now we're going to take it away. Next segment. Nick. So as we wrap up this month's planetary power, here is a practical takeaway. If you're working with Pluto or Mars energy, ask yourself, where am I being called to transform my life? And how can I harness Mars drive to make this happen? Okay. This month, try journaling about a recent change you faced, the actions you took or take to get through it. Or took, let's say took, the actions you took to get through it. Talking proper English, let's be grammatically correct. And reflect on how Pluto may be helping you shed layers and how Mars is encouraging you to move forward with confidence. You can also get in touch with me and get a natal reading. It's on my website, www.inspirevibrations.com. If you want to know about your natal chart. Dun, 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 dun. And this is my statement that I will close with. Thank you for joining me for the November's planetary power. Remember, Pluto and Mars aren't here to scare us. They're here to empower us. So, guys, their energy combined is about shedding the old and moving forward fearlessly. So keep embracing change and channel that inner fire. And guys, let these planets remind you of your own power. Don't be scared. If you're scared, go to church. I'm just kidding. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, be sure to tune in next month for another planetary focus. And we're more than likely going to talk about Jupiter. Okay? And you will find out only here on the planetary power. Dun, dun, dun. All right, guys. I do appreciate your time as it is valuable. And you always remember that. Remember. Your energy is expensive. Be mindful how you spend it. And always protect your energy like the Secret Service protect the president, but not John F. K. Okay, namaste, my baby. I will catch you on another day.